Protein intake. Blair's choice of including enough protein could help him stay stronger longer. Leucine, the key amino acid for muscle. Not all parts of protein act the same. One amino acid called leucine is especially important for turning on muscle building. You can think of leucine as a switch that tells muscles to start repairing and growing after you eat or exercise. Foods like meat, poultry, fish, eggs, dairy, and soy are naturally high in leucine. Researchers gave older Korean adults a special protein supplement rich in leucine for 12 weeks. The people who took it gained muscle mass, especially those aged 50 to 65. The study concluded that even starting around age 50, getting enough leucine can help fight muscle loss, called sarcopenia. In fact, studies show that just a few grams of leucine, around 2 to 3 grams, can maximize the muscle-building response. For example, roughly 25 to 30 grams of a high-quality protein like whey or meat, which provides about 2.5 grams leucine, strongly activates muscle growth. Lower amounts of leucine lead to weaker signals. Bottom line, eating protein sources with high leucine boosts muscle maintenance. This means foods like eggs, chicken, beef, fish, dairy, or soy each meal. It also suggests that older adults might benefit from a little extra leucine, for instance the branched-chain amino acid supplements or a small scoop of whey protein around their workouts. One study even showed that adding a leucine top-up after resistance exercise kept the muscle building going longer. In general, just aim for a portion of protein at each meal. Over the day, this keeps a steady supply of leucine to help your muscles stay strong. When to eat protein. Timing and distribution. It is not just how much protein, but also when you eat it. Research hints that spreading protein evenly across meals can be better than loading it all in one meal. Older adults tend to have a blunted muscle response, so getting a good dose of protein and leucine in the morning, as well as later in the day, helps wake up the muscle-building machinery multiple times. For example, imagine having a breakfast with 20 to 30 grams of protein, like eggs and yogurt, lunch with meat or tofu, and dinner likewise. This approach means your muscles get amino acids regularly instead of just at dinner. Some guidelines suggest aiming for roughly 0.4 to 0.5 grams of protein per kilogram body weight at each meal, to hit around 1.2 grams per kilogram per day total. To put it simply, don't skip breakfast protein. Instead of just cereal or toast, add protein-rich foods, eggs, cheese, milk, yogurt, or smoked salmon. Doing this each morning gives older muscles a jumpstart. The European Prot-Age Study Group also notes that protein timing and quality may be important for older people. Because frailty, weakness, is linked to higher risk of illness and death, keeping muscles powered up is a defense for longevity. Combining protein and exercise. Putting it together, protein provides the building materials, and resistance exercise gives the construction signal. When you finish a strength workout, your muscles are primed to use dietary protein and leucine to rebuild bigger and stronger fibers. Tubes, walls, and computers. Think of muscles as machines that need parts, amino acids, and a switch, leucine exercise, to upgrade after a repair job, workout. It works like this in studies. A large review of trials in older adults found a small but real boost in muscle gain when protein supplements were added to an exercise program. For instance, one trial gave older adults a protein-rich drink, about 20 to 30 grams, twice a day along with a 3-month training program. Those with the protein saw a slightly larger improvement in muscle mass than those who trained but didn't get extra protein. In short, resistance training brings out the best effects of protein. Even if you cannot go to a gym, doing bodyweight exercises at home, sitting and standing from a chair, wall push-ups, carrying groceries helps. And then, closing that workout with a protein-rich meal or snack can give your body the fuel it needs to improve. This 2-step combo, lift or push-pull plus eat protein, is a realistic habit to adopt for healthy aging. Balancing act. How much protein is ideal? Studies suggest that older adults generally need more protein than the basic daily allowance to stay healthy and strong. Here are some guidelines from expert groups and research. Healthy older adults, 65 plus years, aim for at least 1.0 to 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight each day, about 0.45 to 0.55 grams per pound. This is about 70 to 84 grams per day for a 70 kilogram person, about 154 pounds. This is higher than the 0.8 grams per kilogram that is the minimum RDA for younger adults. The extra protein helps make up for natural muscle loss and a weaker muscle-building response with age. Older adults who exercise or are frail. If you do regular exercise or are recovering from illness, you may need 1.2 to 1.5 g per kilogram each day. For a 70 kilogram person, that's 84 to 105 grams of protein per day. Many weight training coaches recommend about 30 grams of protein per meal. Young or middle-aged adults, general protein needs are lower, 0.8 to 1.0 g per kilogram, but staying active and eating protein at meals is still good for setting up a healthy pattern for older age. Kidney disease cases, older adults with moderate to severe kidney impairment should not push protein too high. For them, experts often advise towards the lower end, around 0.8 to 1.0 grams per kilogram, and always following a doctor's advice. Very high protein intakes, well above 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram, can stress failing kidneys. If on dialysis or having advanced kidney disease, dietary needs can be very different. Remember, these are total daily targets. To make them achievable, break the protein into 3 meals, e.g., 25 to 30 grams protein at each meal for a 70 kilogram person, like 2 eggs plus milk at breakfast, chicken salad at lunch, fish plus beans at dinner. You can also add a protein snack, yogurt, nuts, cheese, or a shake in between. Practical protein tips include protein with breakfast. Older people often have a protein-poor breakfast. Try adding eggs, yogurt, peanut butter, or a protein shake in the morning. Even a glass of milk or a slice of cheese on toast helps. Choose protein at every meal. Make sure lunch and dinner include meat, poultry, fish, beans, tofu, eggs, or dairy. Snack smart. If it's hard to eat big meals, have a small protein snack, a handful of nuts, a cheese stick, hard-boiled egg, or Greek yogurt. Don't fear plants. Beans, lentils, and soy give protein and fiber. Though plant proteins are slightly lower in leucine than animal proteins, mixing foods can cover the gap. Rice plus beans, for example. Adding a little extra quantity at breakfast. He added a bowl of Greek yogurt or a protein pancake.